This kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Hi, welcome to the i5hub, an enterprise in the value of dreams. My name is Mike, the one and only Mr. Magic, and with me today are three very prominent characters here at Africa University. As you know, the heat is high as we look forward to the 2022 SRC elections. So let's get along with it. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I go by the name of Ashely and Letria, and I'm a 1-2 student studying business management, and I'm also currently running for the SRC president.
Hello everyone, my name is Letria, a 2-2 student studying medical laboratory sciences. I'm a 2022 candidate for the SRC, running for sports and entertainment secretary.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel Kazadi, final year student majoring in computer science. I'm the former president of the Congolese community. However, this time I'm not running for any position for the SRC. I'll be representing the student board. Thank you so much.
All right, first of all, I would like to express that we're happy to have you here at the i5hub. But however, today we're not speaking about the i5hub. I think we have very much pressing matters to discuss. All right, so I think the most important question to ask at this particular moment, the most pressing one is, why are you running? Why are you running for the SRC?
Okay, personally, I have a strong processing improvement skills based on what I've been doing before, and I can identify gaps and very efficient enough to solve problems. That's why I think I'm running for this.
All right. Why are you running?
Okay, I am running because I think I know I have leadership qualities I would like to express to the students and the admin. And as the head sports captain, I've noticed so many gaps that need to be filled up. So I think I can fill them up.
Wow. All right. For you, I think it is only best to ask why you ran for the SRC, for the Congolese community president in the past.
I think, first of all, it's not really about the abilities of being a leader, but the need of helping, the need of serving the people. I believe that when I came to Africa University, I've seen the way things were going, the way they've been doing stuff, and I thought on a better way of doing it, and the way that I could have done it was by leading the community by myself. So I went for that position, and I think in 2020, I was preparing myself to go for the General Secretary of the SRC, but due to COVID, I had to withdraw my application because I believe that I wanted to have an impact on the society. And with COVID, I knew it was going to be online, so I think 3 weeks before the election, I had to withdraw my application because I believe that I wanted to have that interaction with students, but due to COVID, I couldn't achieve it. So mostly it's the need of helping, the need of serving the people, of being a leader, a role model to show the way. That's it.
Wow. Oh, all right. I'm truly inspired. I believe you guys have Africa University at the heart. You guys have the best interest of Africa University. But however, I think diamonds are created under pressure. So for me, the next question is, what challenges do you think you guys are going to face, and how do you plan on solving these challenges?
You know, I always tell people this: Rome wasn't built in one day, and I feel like we are supposed to build it in brick by brick, day by day. So I feel I am very confident that I have the ability to solve problems and come up with solutions that can help the students and make them realizable in the campus and around the school. Not only in the school, but outside the university premises.
Oh, all right. I understand where you're coming from. So, do you have a tagline? What motto are you running from?
Okay, personally, I am a solution-oriented person and mission-oriented person. I clearly stated this in my manifesto. And the one only goal and one only solution that we can actually have is to talk less and do more.
Wow. Well, there you heard it, folks. He says let's talk less and do more. Pretty impressive, I think. All right, going on to the next person. What challenges do you think you're going to face, and how do you plan on solving them?
Well, during my journey of running for the office, I think I might face challenges whereby people vote for who they know, not who is capable, who has the ability to do the work. So, and I might face problems whereby my community will want to vote for a certain candidate and the other community will want to vote for a certain candidate because it's their people, you know. So, but then the best way to go about it is to be strong and keep running.
Why are you running? I really understand what you mean, because most people actually go on to vote for who they like,
Yeah,
and
okay.
not who is right for the position. So do you mean that you are not running for the SRC, but you're running for the mandate of what it is you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm running for what I inspired to do in that office.
So what happens when you lose?
When I lose, the thing is to work with the person who won, for us to build up what we wanted to build.
Wow. Mr. Daniel, help us here. Well, what challenges do you think you can advise the next generation of the SRC that is coming in, and how do you think they should solve these problems?
I think the first problem that I can mention is relationship. Like when I was preparing for my election in 2020, I learned from the previous elections and noticed that people are more into communities than into the Ubuntu and Pan-Africanism that we talk about.
That's a point.
So mostly you see that people tend to vote the person that is from their community than voting for someone who is able or has the potential to run that position. So what I did while I was running for the position, I chose a campaign manager who was a Zimbabwean, knowing that I'm a Congolese. I wanted my team to be diverse. I didn't just want to be stuck into the Congolese community.
Wow. Oh, okay, I'm blown away, because that is not only a current issue, but that is a recurring issue that has been being tried to actually find a solution to. So I think this one we can give to the floor. What do you think about the divisions in communities here at Africa University? How do you think we can actually solve that?
Okay, you know, having a strong relationship, it's one of the things that can overcome any obstacle in life. And I believe that if we get to have certain programs and interactive sessions between amongst every community, right? Get to know each other, get to know their views, get to know what they are capable of doing, and I'm sure with that we can manage to overcome that problem.
All right, well said. What do you think about the divisions?
Oh, the community thing it was a good idea when it was created, but I think it's bringing a lot of division, because they say Zim community does this, the Congolese community does this on their own, they're doing things on their own. And to solve that, as for my part, I think when we get into an entertainment event, entertaining event, we can't be playing Zim songs. We can't have a Zim DJ only. We can also have DJs from Nigeria, DJs from Congolese, so that they play music that's for everyone. I believe people socialize and interact more in entertaining environments. So in that part, I think that's how we can solve it a bit.
Well said, well said. This brings me to a question. What is your motto? What punchline are you running under? Yeah, because you seem to be passionate about entertainment. So how do you think we should entertain?
How do I think we should entertain?
Yes.
Oh, okay. People actually think by entertainment we mean parties, we mean alcohol. But then by entertainment we can do anything that amuses the next person. They'll be entertained. So if people want to be entertained by doing religious retreats, then we can go about that. If people want to be entertained by loud music, we can have that. So But I encourage a happy student, a responsible student. So we entertain ourselves responsibly.
Wow. Wow. As for me, I'm impressed. I don't know about the rest of the university. We'll know about that with the elections run, I guess. All right, so moving on. In terms of engaging with staff and students, in terms of conflict, I think that is a burning issue. Conflict between staff and students. Where is the line drawn? How do we go about solving and resolving ongoing issues in terms of standing up for what is mutual for both the university and the students here at Africa University? How do you think that can be tackled? Are you even willing to stand respectively in front of staff and make sure your points are heard, make sure you are representing the students as the student representative board?
Okay, that is a very, very crucial issue. And one thing that people have to understand is we do not go against the admin. We work with the admin. As the SRC president, I am part of the board. So we work with the board and make the board see the light. We work with the board and make the board see our ideas as the students. What do we want? What are we crying out for, right? But we do not work against the board because already automatically we are in the board. So as we all know, we are the greatest stakeholders on Africa University as students. So by that only having that understanding of knowing that we are not working against them, but rather we are giving them ideas that can actually harmonize and bring us together, and know that, okay, we have students here and they need to be heard as well. So I believe with that we can accomplish this kind of conflicts between students and staff.
Well said. Sports entertainment, I think that is where most of the conflict between staff and students come up, when the students say, we want to go out, and then the staff says, no, we're locking you in. How do you resolve that?
Well, first of all, I think there should be some relaxed interaction between students and staff, not only in class. So maybe I think we can host some sporting activities whereby we play against staff, we get to interact with them outside classroom, and in casual manner. And then, when it comes to the line that's drawn, the students have to know there are rules in the school. So, and rules have to be followed. They have to abide by the rules always. And then, in an issue whereby there's a conflict, I'm a student representative. I stand up for students. There's no way I can be against the students or anything. So the staff, I'm there to be the voice of the students. So either they're wrong or not, I have to stand for them.
Wow. You say that clearly. You are not for the staff, you are for the student. You represent the student.
Exactly.
All right, fair enough. Next issue. Let's talk about face-to-face examinations that are coming up. I think it has been an ongoing concern in the past 2 days when the university communicated that all exams are going to be taken face-to-face. What do you think about that?
Well, face-to-face exams, when we all came here at Africa University, we didn't know that we are going to be doing blended learning, right? So I think it's a very good idea, though it has been said in a very, very short notice, and it was more like an unexpected visit to the students. And all I can say to the students is we just have to accept the fate and make sure that we carry on and adjust just the way that we adjusted when we were doing online. No one knew that we were going to be using online platforms like Moodle, but we adjusted. So therefore, going back to online as well, face-to-face as well, we need to also adjust. But I feel like in this 21st century, we are actually growing and developing in terms of technology. And with face-to-face, I am encouraging, if it's possible enough, we can have those exams being written while someone is using a computer, not going to paperwork again, going back to 20 I don't know, back then when we used to write exams on paper. We are trying to encourage people to be paperless. I'm sure we all know about the Education 5.0 that has been introduced by our president here in Zimbabwe, and we are actually advocating for that. So we can't be doing what we are actually fighting for, to say, okay, no, we don't want to do paperwork again, and going upward, let's advance in technology, in what other people are from Europe are doing. So I feel like, yeah, that's just us, and that's just me, and with my ideas, and I don't know with other fellow AU students if they can actually agree with me on that one. But yeah, we need to move on. We can't be going backwards and going to write exams on paper. Things has to be electronically done, and we move forward.
Well said. We'll only find out if the students are in agreement with you on election day. What are your views in terms of face-to-face examination?
Okay, as for me, I find it unfair that we started the whole semester learning online, and then the exams has to physical. That's enough for me. If only the semester started with us going to class, going on physical lessons, then we have physical exams, that's okay. And I actually support face-to-face exams, right? Because when you go job hunting, the first preference will be someone who wrote exams face-to-face, where they were supervised, than someone who wrote an exam at their place, where they had no supervision. So it's actually a disadvantage for us. But then if the whole country decides to be lectured like that, to take technology seriously and we all write online, then online exams will be best for everyone, where we don't have to go back to the 20th century of using paper and submitting. We can just type, which is much easier, and send it to them. But then, wow, we are the only ones writing online. It becomes a disadvantage to us.
All right, well said, well said. From an international student's point of view, what do you think about face-to-face examinations?
I personally think that there's nothing wrong about face-to-face examination, but the only problem that I'm seeing is communication. We started the semester, the school communicated that people could learn from the comfort of their home. It was going to be a blended semester, blended learning semester. And then it's in March that they're sending a communication saying that people should come to campus. Now the problem with international students who decided to study from home, they have now to fight to find the money to travel all the way to Zimbabwe so that they can write exams. And I think it's kind of unfair. I'm a class representative. I've been asked questions that I couldn't answer. And we have a WhatsApp group where we interact with some staff members, like the Dean of Students and so on. And I raised the issue. I'm like, the school communicated at the beginning of the semester. And as the school is changing the communication, are we students involved in that process, or they just made the decision for themselves? And this brings me to the previous question where you said about engaging with the staff member and so on. I didn't have to say something, but if you allow me, I can say something about it.
Definitely.
When we look at the root of the problem, is that when people go for the SRC, for example, as they are running, they are coming with the problems that they think it's our problems, and they present as solutions. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. But nobody comes and asks, what are your problems? And how best do you think we can help you achieve them? So mostly the problem we are having, it's the interaction between the student board and the student representative. We have never had those interactive sessions whereby the leaders of the SRC are being asked questions, or are trying to find out what is it that the students are facing and what do they want. You cannot represent me if you do not know my will. Most of them are going to represent themselves, not the student board, because you didn't have to talk to them, you didn't even interact with them to know what they are going through and what they think is better for them, but you just have assumptions that this is going to be good for them. That's why people tend to work hard and not being appreciated or being acknowledged for the work that they are doing, because people think that just because you're working, that doesn't mean that you're doing exactly what as we wanted you guys to be doing. So I think if the SRC can have those interactive sessions with the student board, whereby we can have a general session, we tell them our problems. This is what we think, and when they go to represent us, they are representing us with what we said. But mostly they are representing people with what they think is right. So when it comes to this examination face-to-face, I'm pretty much sure the president or the vice president was in the meeting with the board members and so on. What was the point that they discussed? We don't know anything, and we are just having a formal communication. It's a face-to-face thing. And when you look at the SRC thing, nobody can defend you and nobody can say anything about that. So that's the problem we are having. If our leaders can interact with us as the student board and bring our issues there, it's going to be better than them just assuming stuff.
Wow, I'm mind blown. I am, but well, it is what it is. And all right, lastly, before I ask the last question, I'm going to define to you what innovation is. Innovation, right, is finding problems and finding solutions to new and old problems, right, regardless of the availability of resources, time, and the ability to do that. And in your journey, what do you think is the role of innovation? Yes, hard question, right?
No, I thought maybe. Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, go on.
Okay. Innovation. Innovation. I believe it's one of those things where if you want to make a difference, it's a platform which gives you the say to say, okay, you want to make a difference. What difference do you want your life to make? If you want to make the difference. So with innovation, I believe that it actually pushes you not to be someone who settles less and someone who just waits for a safe path. Because many people fall into the misconception that if they're doing something, it must be the safest path, and they cannot risk their life to say, okay, I'm going for this that I'm not even capable of. Because it actually gives you this platform of saying, okay, I don't know what to do this, but if I have this type of role, I can be able to discover myself. I can be able to know who I really are and to know who really actually is. Yes. And yeah, with that, I think it's a very good platform, and it actually pushes you to know some of the capabilities that you didn't know about yourself.
Wow. All right. Fair enough. What role do you think innovation plays, per se, in entertainment or in the SRC as a whole?
Okay, I think that role plays best in the sporting part for me.
All right.
Well, I think it will help showcase people's talents, their hidden talents in here. For example, people who swim. There's nothing about them. Yeah. So when we aim to innovate, we expect to let people showcase their talent, build what's in them, so that it's known out there and they can be awarded for their talents. And in the entertainment part, well, there's not much to innovate in the entertainment part, except for including the religious people that are not included in the school much. So including them and reducing those depression cases.
All right. I like how you didn't mention anything to do with technology or computers, which really means that you are going in motion with our tagline here at the i5hub. This month, we're going with the hashtag innovation is not for tech people only, just to mention. Moving on, what role do you think innovation plays in the journey of the SRC?
I think when we talk about great leaders nowadays, we talk about them because of the innovation they've brought to the table. When we talk about Steve Jobs, when we talk about all those guys, Mark Zuckerberg and stuff, they came up with innovations, with new things. I believe that innovation allows you to see solution and opportunities where others see a problem. For example, we are in a village whereby people fetch water to the river.
Yes.
An innovative person can build a pipeline which can draw the water from the river to the village, and it's actually a story that I read, and it actually shows how a problem can become an opportunity if you have an innovative mindset. So I believe for any leader, we always say that leaders are made here. So if leaders are really made here, so innovation is something that we need to carry on with us wherever we go. Yeah.
Wow, let me be honest with you. Intellectually, I'm impressed with you guys. I think you guys show a capacity of brain work, a capacity of problem solving, and I believe you guys are the leaders we need, the leaders that want change, the leaders that are actually the future. I believe the future is not in the older generation, but you guys are the future. So as you guys embark on your journey, I wish you luck. And yeah, I guess we'll see with the results on why are you running? Why? You know. So yeah, moving on. Here at i5hub, we take much pride in innovation. We take pride in finding solutions to problems. Not only do we want to find solutions, but we want to take our ideas from ideation, incubation, innovation, intellectual property, right into what is called industrialization, as aligned to Education 5.0. From me and the i5hub with the SRC candidates, see you next time.
Zach on the beat.